state tournament. What a contrast. Lawrence in the state finals for their third time in the last 4 years. They've been rolling over everybody by an average of 31 points a game this year. But Hampton's been wondering, that can't be. We hear about Hampton basketball all the time, but it's the boys. Their boys team are the two-time defending state champions in D2. They'll be back next week to try to defend their title. So we heard a lot about the Hampton boys, but the girls haven't been here that often. They do have a good basketball team, though. They've only had one loss all season. That was to Shickley, and Shickley is a team that Lawrence beat twice last year, or this year already. But one interesting thing, last year Lawrence knocked Hampton out of the districts by only 7 points, and Hampton returns all their players from that team last year. So they played them tough a year ago at districts, and Lawrence lost some good players off their team last year, so should be a good game. We'll be back with the D2 state championship right after this timeout.
If it's time for new tires for your old crate, come to Graham Tire Service Centers.
People talk about service. If you're committed to what you're doing, service comes natural. You know, someone asked me, what's so special about Security Mutual? Yes, we offer great policies, and yes, we've been in Nebraska since 1895. But if I had to pick one thing, I'd say it's the people. The associates at Security Mutual are committed to what they're doing. They truly want to help their clients. That's what sets us apart. That's the service.
Security Mutual Life, serving Nebraska for nearly a century.
What farming teaches you can't be duplicated. We understand this because at NC Plus we've never left the farm. The decisions we make on what hybrids to research, test, and market come from people who are as close to the land as you are. So if you're looking for corn that'll give you an edge at harvest, try some NC Plus this spring. You'll get high-quality seed at a fair price. Just what you'd expect from America's down-to-earth seed company. NC Plus.
I think some of my favorite times have been with Sally.
Sally, she opens your eyes.
Mother's love runs unconditionally.
You just can't. You can't give up hope.
Sally Jesse Raphael, weekday mornings at 9 on 10/11.
The Class D2 state championship is unfolding. Let's pick up PA announcer Denny Waxelman with the introductions, first of the Lawrence Lady Panthers.
Sandra Trout. 23, Becky Bisher. 31, Linda Bushcutter. 35, Lisa Komitsker. 45, Paula Menke. And the starters for the Lawrence Lady Panthers. 15 is Tracy Himmelberg. 25, Tara Schutte. 33, Don Mazur. 41, Carol Menke. 43, Tanya Jarosek. The assistant coach is Mike Hastings, the head coach, Carol Trout. Here are the non-starters for the Hampton Hawks. Number 10, Tiffany Beck. 12 is Stacy Gertson. 22, Diana Peters. 30, Zilpho Woolman. 40, Amy Jones. 42, Lori Carlson. 44, Danielle Baumsberger. And the starter for the Hampton Hawks. 14, Sharon Stanberry. 20 is Johnny Serene. 24, Trista Hitzman. 32, Cara Clutie. 34, Leah Quering. The assistant coach is Linda Stick, and the head Frank Chapman.
To get here to the D2 finals, Hampton defeated Lyman 69-35 in the opening round and then beat Wheeler Central 53-39 in the semifinals yesterday. Lawrence in the first round belted Hildreth 56-29 and then blasted Winnebago 72-35. So both these teams have won pretty easy first round games to get here to the championships. Hampton 23-1 with its only loss this season to Shickley in the state tournament for the first time ever. And top-rated and defending D2 champion Lawrence, undefeated 21-0 in the state finals for the third time in the last 4 years. Lawrence will be in the red uniforms with black and white trim. Hampton will be in white with purple and gold trim. And to bring you the play-by-play of this D2 state championship, here's Jeff Schmaltz.
Thank you, Dick, as Hampton controls the opening tip, and the Hawks go right for the bucket, but failed to score on their first try, and there's Terrell Menke with the rebound. Terrell, a 5'10 junior, and she is the player that Frank Chapman, the Hampton coach, is most worried about. Terrell averages 14.9 a game. She and Dawn Mazur average in double figures. And out top, this is Tracy Himmelberg. 2-1-2 defense. Himmelberg will shoot it. Not score, but with the rebound is Mazur. Dawn shoots and is fouled. Foul will be whistled against Joni Serene.
Our officials for this game are John Hefner of Myrna and Doug Miller of Lincoln. And it will be Dawn Mazur at the free throw line for Lawrence.
Mazur will shoot two. And she gets the first one to go. To open the scoring, Lawrence, the defending champions in D2. Second one also good by Dawn. And now for pressure, Menke has the turnover, but getting it right back is Joni Serene. Serene gives off to Krista Hitzman.
And the person to watch for Hampton is Sharon Stansberry, number 14. She just passed the ball off. Stansberry averages almost 20 points a game.
And a foul inside on Tanya Tarasik of Lawrence. Stansberry, a 5'7 senior, averages 20 points a game. Has had 20 and 26 in Hampton's first two wins. Good shooter. Inside underneath, Serene is short. Menke controls the glass. Gets it out on the break. This is Tracy Himmelberg. Himmelberg still having trouble with it. Stansberry comes up with it out of bounds, and it will belong to Hampton.
Boy, that started slipping away from Himmelberg at about half court. Just 2 or 3 more agonizing moments as she knew that ball was going to get away from her, and she just couldn't bring it back in.
Bringing it up the floor is Hitzman. She'll set up the offense. Left side, that's Clutie. There's Clutie again inside to Queering. Leah, it's good! Leah Queering makes it 2-2.
Leah Queering really consistent. She averages 15 points a game, and she scored exactly 15 in each of the first 2 state tournament games.
Full court pressure causes a turnover. Well, you really see it in the girls' game where teams like to use that full court pressure. 2-1-2 defense employed by Lawrence as well. Hampton working it around the perimeter. There's Stansberry. She's the shooter. Inside, Queering has trouble with it. Clutie. Stansberry looked at it. There they are inside again to Queering. And Leah hits it again. Leah, a 5'9 sophomore.
Hampton playing it very deliberately, but Lawrence taking it to the hoop with a lot more authority.
Schutte had the shot blocked, and then it went off of Leah Queering. I like that, though. A good no call. I think fans on both sides screamed for a foul. This is Himmelberg. Tracy off the glass and good to tie it up at 4 apiece. having trouble with the pressure, and now a foul on Tracy Himmelberg as Joni Serene had possession of the basketball when Himmelberg reached in.
Hampton at state for the first time, not just in the finals, but having qualified just to get in for the first time ever.
Leah Quiring gets her own rebound off the glass, no good. Underneath is Menke with the rebound.
And Lawrence in the state finals for the third time in the last 4 years. So Lawrence, with the state tournament experience, definitely heavily weighted on its side.
Inside they work it. Jurasic traveled with the basketball. Tanya is a 5'10 sophomore. I tell you, Dick, the Lawrence Lady Panthers have a lot of young girls on their team, too. Mazur almost with the steal, and now a foul. And I believe that will be the second one on Tracy Himmelberg.
Lawrence starts just 2 seniors, Himmelberg and Mazur. Menke's just a junior. Tara Schutte and Tanya Jurasic are just sophomores. And then off the bench, their top 2 bench players, Mary Ostick is a senior, and Cassandra Trout is just a sophomore. Hampton, on the other hand, starts 4 seniors and 1 sophomore. Quiring is the lone non-senior.
All the way, Sharon Stansberry knocks down her first 2, and it's 6-4. And a foul the other way will go against Krista Hitzman. Krista picks up her first second-team foul on Hampton. Tara Schutte bringing it up. That's Mary Osdick who's checked in. Menke on the baseline, trapped. And coming away with it is Leah Quiring. Quiring off to Stansberry. Sharon back to Leah. It's good for Leah Quiring. She has 6 points. And it's 8-4, and Leah has a chance for a 3-point play.
The foul called on Tara Schutte of Lawrence. And here's another look at it. As you see her make the basket, draw the foul, and Leah Quiring will go to the line for 1 shot to try to complete the 3-point play.
Free throw off the mark. And Cheryl Menke has the rebound. Here comes Lawrence the other way. The Lady Panthers pushing it up. On the baseline, trapped, having trouble is Schutte. And what is the call?
He stepped on the end line.
Okay, Joni Serene took the ball away, but then stepped on the end line. We've got a timeout on the floor. Lawrence trailing Hampton 8-4 here in the D1 championship game.
A good seed company puts itself in your shoes. A better seed company lives there. At NC Plus, we understand because we're a company made up of farmers. Our experience on the farm impacts everything we do, from research and testing to the production of high-quality seed. This year, NC Plus quality is especially important when you're looking for grain sorghum. You'll find an ample supply at your NC Plus dealer. Just what you'd expect from America's down-to-earth seed company, NC Plus.
Anybody want more shrimp? Yeah, I'll do another plate. I was full after 2 refills. Where's he putting it all?
Sizzler's all-you-can-eat shrimp and salad bar.
Okay, how many for the record? The man loves Sizzler shrimp. Yeah, we made 4 trips to the salad bar, too. It is a pleasure to watch this man eat. Okay, this has to be the last one.
Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar and all-you-can-eat shrimp for 1 low price. But hurry, before this guy eats it all.
I think the man is going for a personal best. Sizzler.
Hampton with an 8-4 lead to start the game in the D2 state championship. Leah Quiring has 6 of the Hampton 8 points. Sharon Stansberry has the other 2. And for Lawrence, Tracy Himmelberg and Dawn Mazur with 2 points apiece.
Lawrence inbounding the ball underneath its own basket. Shot on the way by Osdick is short. And Hampton has the rebound. Here come the Hawks the other way. Krista Hitzman. Stansberry. They'll set it back up out top. Surprisingly, Dick, you would think that Lawrence would be the team without the jitters, the defending state champion, but They've turned the ball over 5 times already to just 1 turnover for Hampton.
And Lawrence has already committed 4 team fouls, so Hampton is in the 1-and-1 bonus already.
And we'll see somebody shoot it now as Leah Quering is fouled, I believe, by Carol Menke. It'll either be on Menke or Jurasic. It will be on Menke. That's her first. So Leah Quering will go to the free throw line.
Into the game for Lawrence, Cassandra Trout replacing Mary Osdick, who had been in there momentarily. Cassandra Trout is a 5'10 sophomore. And I'm guessing now, but she's got to be related to the coach, Carol Trout.
Second shot is also good. Here comes Lawrence on the break underneath Jurasic. Yes! Nice fast break by Lawrence as the Lady Panthers cut it to a 4-point lead at 10-6. Across the timeline, that's Serene. And they'll set it up top with Hitzman. In the middle, Quering is fouled by Tanya Jurasic. That is her second.
Mary Osdick is going to come back into the game for Lawrence. So Osdick comes in, and Jurasic goes out after that foul, her second.
Leah shooting a 1-and-1. She's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Just made 2 free throws a couple seconds ago and makes her third now.
My ball, ladies. Check out.
Second free throw rims around and drops through. And that makes it 12-6. And there's another turnover. On the full court pressure, Hitzman gets it up. Stansbury has it blocked by Menke. Nice block by Carol Menke.
A major league swat right there.
Stansbury, left side to Clutie. There's Stansbury, just short. Here comes Lawrence on the fast break. Mazur all the way coast to coast. It's good. Dawn Mazur. She has 4, and it's 12-8 now. Hampton in front, but just by 4. Stansbury underneath. It's kicked out of bounds. Cassandra Trout hustled back. The 5'10 sophomore. Inside, they try to get it to Serene. And we'll have a jump ball. The alternating possession. It will go over to Lawrence. Tara Schutte. Will she? No. Shot on the way. This is Trout. No good. Underneath. Mazur. Yes! And she is fouled. Dawn Mazur has 6, and she'll go to the free throw line to try to make it a 1-point game. Take another look at it. Nice job. Well, that wasn't slow motion.
Boy, that Lawrence team has good speed.
I don't think Dawn is quite that quick. Misses the free throw. Menke. Oh, I tell you, Carol, that's exactly what Frank Chapman, the Hampton coach, was worried about. As you saw Carol Menke just power her way in. On the jump ball, alternating possession, Hampton will get the ball. 12-10 our score. Hampton in front as Lawrence starting to extend its defense. 2 minutes left now in the first quarter. They try to lob it in, and Menke takes it away. Here comes Carroll. Fast break. Turnover. Nice job by Leah Quering as she had the presence of mind to save it. Shot on the way, and this will go against Menke. The Lawrence fans don't like it. They wanted a charge call.
The defensive player has to be stationary. for it to be called an offensive foul, and the ruling was that Menke was not, so Menke gets the foul and now goes to the bench. Tracy Himmelberg in there for Lawrence now.
3 players of Lawrence have 2 fouls each, Himmelberg, Menke, and Jurasic. So that is not something that I'm sure Coach Carol Trout wanted to see. Free throw no good by Stansberry. It was a 2-shot shooting foul, though. Second one goes down for Sharon. And it's 13-10. Quick turnover. Stansberry gets it. Heads up ball play. Try to work it inside. It's tapped around, and here comes Lawrence the other way as Terashuti got the loose ball. Don Mazur down on the baseline. That's Trout. Cassandra throws it all the way out top. They get it inside. Osdick off the glass. Mary Osdick, a 5'9" senior, makes it 13-12 with 1 minute left in this first quarter. Stansberry against the pressure. It went off whose foot? It went off Mazur's foot, says official Doug Miller. So Hampton will keep the basketball. The Hawks lead it by just 1. They've led by as many as 6 points. Stansberry way outside, no good. Underneath, the shot is blocked. The foul against Mazur. Nice rebound underneath by Kara Clutie. She will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Only 3 team fouls on Hampton. And now 8 on Lawrence. Kara Clutie, a 5'8" senior. She makes the first free throw. Second one no good, but there's Stansberry, no good. And with the rebound is Osdick. Osdick gets it out to Mazur. Himmelberg tries to find inside. Stansberry knocked it away. Lawrence will keep possession. The Lady Panthers 21-0 and the defending state champions in D2, but right now they trail it. But now they are tied. As Terashuti, the 5'8" sophomore, knocks one down. We're knotted up 14 apiece. Only 25 seconds left in this first quarter.
It's the third time that the game has been tied. It was tied at 2 and 4. And then Hampton went up by 6, and now Lawrence has caught up.
Stansberry with 10 seconds left hits it. Sharon Stansberry has 5, and that puts the Hampton Hawks back on front. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They won't get a shot off. That's the end of 1 quarter of action as Hampton leads Lawrence 16-14 here in the D2 championship game.
When rain comes into view, cool air surrounding, the air of quality, cooled with efficiency.
When summer heats up your neighborhood, cool down with a call for reliable, high-efficiency air conditioning from Rheem.
Call me Rheem. Cool air of quality. Call me Rheem.
Get in touch with tomorrow at Central Community College. Prepare for one of today's fastest-growing careers through one of the vocational technical programs at our Columbus, Grand Island, or Hastings campus. Or begin work towards a 4-year degree through our academic transfer program at our Platte campus in Columbus. Day and evening classes are available in most programs. Give us a call for more information. Get in touch with tomorrow at Central Community College.
Back at the D2 State Girls Championship, here's a look at Sharon Stansberry with that last basket for the Hampton Hawks. She has 5 points now. Leah Quiring has 10 for Hampton. Lawrence hitting 60% from the field, 6 of 10. Hampton 42%, 5 of 12 in the first quarter.
But you want to get more than 10 shots in a quarter, I'm sure. As Lawrence trails it by 2. Underneath, the shot on the way. Menke has the rebound. Menke no good. Underneath, jump ball, they'll call it. The alternating possession, it will go over to Hampton. Carol Menke has failed to score so far in this game. She is the leading scorer for the Lawrence Lady Panthers. Averages 15 points a game. Has had 40 points thus far in the tournament. So I'm sure that's something Lawrence would like to do, is get Carol involved in the offense a bit more. Stansberry gets it out top. Hitzman try to get it inside. Nice defense by Mazur. Underneath, the shot is short. Boy, look at Menke underneath there, but she tipped it out and Hampton got it.
Lawrence with the tight zone, and it's stolen away off the zone.
Stacy Gertson tried to get it inside, but Carol Menke took it away. So the Lady Panthers will come the other way with it. All the way underneath, someone's open. That's Cassandra Trout. Cassandra Trout, her first 2 of the game, and we're tied up, 16 apiece.
Nice move underneath there by Trout. Kept her composure, knew she was a little bit far under the basket, just stepped out, made the bucket. She's just a sophomore.
That's Gertson with a basketball. Sets it up. Stansberry for 3. No good. And Tracy Himmelberg has the carom. Dawn Mazur at the point. Now a 1-3-1 defense. Stansberry takes it away. Sharon will wait for some help. They've got a numbers advantage. Wearing, yes! Or rather, that was Gertson. Gertson hit it. Stacey Gertson has 2, and now a traveling call. Stacey Gertson, a 5'7" junior, hit that last shot.
And Gertson goes out of the game to a big hand from the Hampton Hawk crowd across the way.
Stansberry from 3, no. Lawrence has the rebound. Jurasic gives way to Mazur. Parachuti. Baseline, Menke, no. Underneath, though, all alone, the shot was missed by Himmelberg. And now a foul on Tanya Jurasic. That is her 3rd, Dick.
And quickly up off the bench is Mary Osdick for Lawrence.
Jurasic is the 2nd leading rebounder. Averages 7 rebounds a game, a 5'10" sophomore. And the 3rd leading scorer for the Lawrence Lady Panthers. At the free throw line, Joni Serene, 1-1. The left-hander eyes the mark and makes the first, earns the bonus. That makes it 19-16. There's a good shot at Joni. Makes the second one. Cool as a cucumber. And it's 20-16. Full court pressure. Stansberry off to Hitzman. No! Stansberry, no! Underneath, rather, that was Clutie that missed the shot underneath. Tough luck for Hampton as they missed a couple of easy shots. Lawrence having trouble with the pressure. On the line was Sharon Stansberry. I tell you, Sharon is an offensive force. She's also a good defensive player, Dick.
Stansberry has 5 points so far. Has not scored here in the second quarter. Hampton leading it by 4.
Here's Mazur with the numbers advantage. Dawn will shoot it from 10. No. Ball tapped around. Schutte comes away with it. And a foul. I believe on Joni Serene. That would be her 2nd. There you see Joni as she's whistled, but still not in the bonus is Lawrence.
Stacey Gertson comes back into the game for Hampton, and Joni Serene goes to the bench. Gertson is a 5'7" junior. There's a good shot of Joni Serene. And Lawrence will inbound under their own goal.
Lady Panthers, they trail it by 4. Shot on the way, off the glass, no good by Himmelberg. And if that's on Menke, that would be her third.
I think it is.
Holy cow. Two of Lawrence's top players have 3 fouls each as that one goes against Carol Menke. There's a timeout on the floor. Hampton leading Lawrence 20-16 here in the D2 championship game.
This spring, when your time really counts, you can depend on Magnum. Magnum, Case International's state-of-the-art all-wheel drive tractor, offers you a roomy, comfortable cab. The performance of a full 18-speed power shift, excellent lugging ability, and fuel economy, improvements you've asked for. And matched with Case International's tillage and planting equipment, Magnum gets the job done. See the hard-working Magnums at your Case International dealer. Caton International, Fairbanks International, and Geneva Implement. The racks are bulging at the fort. You'll not only find the hottest Western wear, but all of today's latest styles and fashions. Spring was made for the casual contemporary.
A state-of-the-art landfill and doing recycling. And we'd like to see the state take more action in this area. And hopefully the state legislature will address the issues and do more on the environmental area in terms of air.
At 56th and Highway 2, Alamo Center, Lincoln.
And Cassandra Trout are really going to have to help pick up the slack now for Lawrence as they come in for Menke and Jurasic.
Stacy Gertson makes the first free throw. She earns the bonus. It's a 5-point lead for the Hampton Hawks. And Stacy makes them both. Full court pressure. Here come the Lady Panthers. Tara Schutte. Trout, no good, and with the strong rebound, that's Kara Clutie.
Hampton has scored the last 6 straight points. It had been tied at 16 all. Now it's 22-16. Hampton throws it away.
Trista Hitzman tried a little bit too hard to get the ball inside to Stansberry. Osdick gets it across the timeline. Mazur will set things up. Way outside, Himmelberg. No, it won't fall. And with the rebound is Hitzman. Trista brings it up. Baseline, Stansberry. They'll set things back on top. Gertson inside, Quirine, no. And with the rebound is Mazur. Mazur. The Hampton fans wanted traveling. Underneath, all alone, Cassandra Trout. Cassandra has 4, and someone needs to step to the forefront on this Lawrence team, and maybe Cassandra will be the person to do it, as 2 of the top players on the Lawrence team are on the bench with 3 fouls each. Stansberry gives off to Hitzman. Back to Stansberry. Those 2 playing catch with it outside at the midway point here in the second quarter. They work it inside. Queering, Leah, no good. And with the rebound is Mazur. Dawn will slow things up as Hampton's starting to go cold now. Inside, Osdick. The shot is blocked. Nice defense down on the baseline by Kara Clutie as Trout had her shot blocked. Pace slowing down a little bit in this game. Queering. It's good, and she's fouled. Leah Queering, a 5'9" sophomore, has 12 points in this game. And the place where you would have thought that Hampton would have trouble inside is where the Hawks are doing their most damage. There's a timeout on the floor. Hampton leads Lawrence 24-18.
Southeast Community College. Education. Southeast Community College. Experience. Southeast Community College. Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford. Southeast Community College. The right place for you.
They said it could never happen. No one listened. No one believed. No one will be left. For the first time on television, no rules, no honor. Only Ninja 3, the domination.
Tonight at 11:30 on 10/11.
All the fouls being called against Lawrence are showing at the free throw line for Hampton. Hampton has made 10 of 12 free throws. Lawrence just 2 of 3, so that's a big difference in scoring. As you see the replay here, as Queering got the basket and drew the foul and will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Well, I tell you, thus far, Hampton is shooting 83% from the free throw line, 10 of 12. There isn't an NBA team that wouldn't take that kind of percentage. The Hawks knocking down their free throws, and now it's 11 of 13. The lead is the largest of the game at 25-18. Lawrence getting it up across half court against the pressure. Don Mazur. Parachute. That's Tracy Himmelberg, and what's the call? 3 seconds on Cassandra Trout. Another turnover whistled against Lawrence. Hitzman gives it to Stansberry. Sharon will slow things up back in the half-court offense. The Hawks with the basketball and a 7-point lead. Stansberry gets it back and shoots it. Sharon is short with that. And here comes Himmelberg the other way. Himmelberg off to Schutte. Tara, yes! Tara Schutte has 4 in the game, and it's 25-20. And there's a turnover. Nice defense by Mary Osdick. Up top, Trout to Mazur. Tara Schutte. Three-pointer by Dawn Mazur is off the mark. Krista Hitzman running the offense. Right side, that's Sharon Stansberry. She'll try it. No good. Underneath, the foul will go against Leah Queering as she's a bit too aggressive on the rebound. And now Lawrence will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1.
A reminder that at halftime, as you look at Coach Frank Chapman of Hampton, at halftime we'll be presenting our D2 Girls All-State team as voted on by the coaches in the class.
3 girls out on the floor right now made the first team. So the cream has risen to the top in this one, too. The coaches, they vote on this before the state tournament. A couple of real good players in this basketball game in Class D2. Sharon Stansberry, left side, playing catch with Trista Hitzman. Now they'll go baseline to Gertson. Stacy will shoot it. It's short. Stacy gets her own rebound, though. 1:10 left in the first half. Stansberry gets the loose ball. Sharon in and out. And with the rebound is Osdick. And now Lawrence comes the other way with it. Underneath, Trout. Cassandra makes it again. She's got 6, all in the second quarter. And it's now 25-22. As Lawrence coming back. A near turnover for Hampton. But Hitzman controls it. 35 seconds. Let's see if the Hawks try to play for one. It's taken away. Plenty of time left as Mazur looks at the clock. Dawn gives off to Schutte. Tara back to Dawn. That's Schutte. No. Nice rebounding positioning. And Gertson has it with 10 seconds left. Here come the Hawks. They give it to Stansbury. The shot on the way by Hitzman is off the mark. 2 seconds, 1. That's the end of the first half. A good first half for the Hampton Hawks, though, as they lead it over Lawrence 25-22. Kind of a surprise, considering the fact that Lawrence is undefeated on the season, 21-0, and are also the defending state champions here in Class D2. As has had some foul trouble with Carol Menke and Tanya Jurasic. The 2 leading rebounders and 2 of the top 3 scorers on the Lawrence team both have 3 fouls here in the first half. Dick Janda is over with the Lawrence coach, Carol Trout, who I'm sure wants to get things turned around a bit in the second half. Let's go over to Dick and Carol.
Coach, your thoughts about this first half?
Well, they're kind of taking us out of our offense, what we're used to do, and nobody's played a defense like this on us, and we've got to make a couple adjustments where we want to get the ball the second half, and I think it'll change around for us.
What kind of defense are they playing?
Well, they're trying to, it looks like a 1-3-1, but they're really bringing their wings down deep, and we're going to have to get the post to play a little bit higher and then get the ball into them, and hopefully we don't get into foul trouble the second half.
And you do have some foul trouble to worry about.
Yes, we do. We have probably 2 of our better players sitting on the bench, and hopefully if we can not reach and get stupid fouls, I think we'll be all right second half.
All right, Coach. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll be back with more here at halftime of the D2 State Championship game after this timeout.
Get in touch with tomorrow at Central Community College. Prepare for one of today's fastest growing careers through one of the vocational technical programs at our Columbus, Grand Island, or Hastings campus. Or begin work towards a 4-year degree through our academic transfer program at our Platte campus in Columbus. Day and evening classes are available in most programs. Give us a call for more information. Get in touch with tomorrow at Central Community College.
Subspace transmission, Starship Enterprise. Requested profile, Commander William Riker. Codename, number 1. Characteristics, Authority Systems, Superior. Controlled stress response to Code Red encounters.
Shields up, go to Red Alert.
For additional transcom, consult Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Sunday night at 11 on 1011. The KOLN KGIN Nebraska High School All-State Team Award is sponsored by Sizzler, where all-you-can-eat shrimp is just $6.99.
On the Class D2 State Championship game, it's Hampton 25, Lawrence 22, here at intermission. As we have been telling you throughout the day, a new tradition that we started last year was a coaches all-state team in which we polled all the coaches from around the state and asked them to vote on the top players for their respective classes. Well, here's the results and the Class D2 coaches all-state team. At one guard is Sharon Stansbury of Hampton, a 5'7" senior who averaged 20 points and 3 rebounds a season. At the other guard, Dawn Mazur of Lawrence. Dawn, a 5'8" senior, averaged 12 points and 6 rebounds a contest this year. At the first team center spot is Jessica Walters of Jessica, a 5'11" senior, averaged 14 points and 8 rebounds a game this year. At one forward is Carol Menke of Lawrence. A 5'10" junior, Carol averaged 15 points and 11 rebounds a game this year. And at the other forward, Zuleika Duremus of Benedict, a 5'7" junior who averaged 16 points and 5 rebounds a game this season. Honorable mention in Class D2 goes to Tracy Aldrich of Milligan, Laura Blankenbaker of Trumbull, Cindy Ohm of Arcadia, Sonia Pecci of Petersburg, and Michelle Johnson of Prague. And that's the Class D2 Coaches 10-11 Girls All-State Team.
Anybody want more shrimp? Yeah, I'll do another plate. I was full after 2 refills. Where's he putting it all?
Sizzler's all-you-can-eat shrimp and salad bar.
Okay, how many for the record? The man loves Sizzler shrimp. Yeah, we made 4 trips to the salad bar, too. It is a pleasure to watch this man eat. Okay, this has to be the last one.
Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar and all-you-can-eat shrimp for one low price. But hurry, before this guy eats it all.
I think the man is going for a personal best. Sizzler.
With me here at halftime is Herb McCorney, the head coach of Shickley High School. Shickley, a team that's very familiar with both Lawrence and Hampton, the 2 teams here in the D2 finals. First of all, Herb, your thoughts about this D2 girls All-State team this year?
Well, we played against Hampton and Lawrence, as you said, and I think it's a very good basketball team, and I would say on a lot of those statistics might be because a lot of the teams that they played, they've blown out early, and a lot of those players have probably sit out a lot of the games. I know that's with our player, Jessica Walter, she couldn't get up enough statistics because she didn't play a lot of our games. Very good ball players, and unfortunately for Shickley, we had to play against most of these ball players.
Now, Shickley handed Hampton its only loss this year, and of course you also met Lawrence.
Yes, we did. It's hard to determine right now which one of these teams are going to win this game. I would say if it goes down to the bench, I'd have to say Lawrence. I think they have a much stronger bench. But right now, Hampton's staying right with them, and you can tell that they've watched us play each other because they're putting on the press. And when we beat Hampton, we were behind about 10 points with about 5 minutes to go in the game, and then all of a sudden our press got to them, and I don't know what happened. We scored a lot in just a few minutes. And then with Lawrence, they had us out early.
Well, Herb, thank you very much for being with us. Good luck to your Shickley team in the future.
Thank you very much, Dick.
Okay, thank you very much. That's our Class D2 All-State team. And we'll be back with more from the D2 State Championship here between Lawrence and Hampton after this timeout.
This spring, when your time really counts, you can depend on Magnum. Magnum, Case International's state-of-the-art all-wheel drive tractor, offers you a roomy, comfortable cab. The performance of a full 18-speed power shift, excellent lugging ability, and fuel economy, improvements you've asked for. And matched with Case International's tillage and planting equipment, Magnum gets the job done. See the hard-working Magnums at your Case International dealer. Fairbanks International, Case Power and Equipment, and Nebraska Equipment.
Well, GASNSHOP sure does care for you. When you run out and need it quickly, we're the folks that sure come through. We've got CONVENIENCE. Gas and Shop means convenience for YOU and me. Gas and Shop, good and friendly, and never too far away. Yeah, however you spell it, Gas and Shop's for you.
At halftime, Hampton leads Lawrence 25-22, and there you in halftime statistics, it is Hampton shooting 7 of 26 for 27%. Not a great percentage there, but on the free throw department, Hampton 11 of 13 for 85%. Lawrence 10 of 23, 43%, and rebounds. Lawrence has an edge at 17-12, but Lawrence has also turned the ball over 3 more times than Hampton. We will be back with more halftime activities right after this timeout.
What farming teaches you can't be duplicated. We understand this because at NC Plus we've never left the farm. The decisions we make on what hybrids to research, test, and market come from people who are as close to the land as you are. So if you're looking for corn that'll give you an edge at harvest, try some NC Plus this spring. You'll get high-quality seed at a fair price. Just what you'd expect from America's down-to-earth seed company, NC Plus.
Public notice. We've bought out the entire inventory of new and used cars and trucks at Miss Lee Chevrolet Imports in Lincoln, now under new ownership and management. This inventory will be on sale to the public 5 days only or while supplies last. Imagine, new Geo Metros as low as $56.88, new Chevy Cavaliers start at just $63.88, new S10 pickups start at just $66.88, or new Mazdas as low as $67.88. All cars and trucks must be liquidated. Miss Lee Chevrolet Imports, under new ownership and under new management, 4949 O Street in Lincoln.
They're the best in the state. KOLN, KGIN, and Sizzler, in association with Nebraska high school coaches, present the 1990 10-11 All-State teams. Join 10-11 for all the excitement of the high school state finals. During halftime, 10-11 and Sizzler will be honoring outstanding Nebraska high school athletes with the 10-11 All-State team. Be a part of the pride, brought to you by Sizzler and 10-11.
Hampton leads Lawrence 25-22 here at halftime of the D2 state championship game. With us is Hampton coach Frank Chapman. Frank, your thoughts about this first half?
Well, we played well. We made a couple of mistakes there at the end of the half, a couple bad passes that weren't really forced that we talked about, keeping our poise. We did the things we wanted to do so far. We got their big people in foul trouble inside, and we've got to keep doing that. Walking out on the boards, they're really banging away in there.
Okay, well, Coach, good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And we'll be back with that second half of the D2 state championship after this timeout.
A good seed company puts itself in your shoes. A better seed company lives there. At NC Plus, we understand because we're a company made up of farmers. Our experience on the farm impacts everything we do, from research and testing to the production of high-quality seed. This year, NC Plus quality is especially important when you're looking for grain sorghum. You'll find an ample supply at your NC Plus dealer. Just what you'd expect from America's down-to-earth seed company, NC Plus.
As the weather gets warmer, 10-11 is reporting on our environment and how today it must be handled with care. I'm Ken Shimon. In one, the solid waste generated in the United States could pave a highway 24 lanes wide and 1 foot deep, stretching from Boston to Los Angeles. What can you do about the amount of trash accumulating in our landfills? Remember the 4 R's. Reduce. Reduce the volume of garbage and the use of hazardous materials. Reuse. Reuse whatever you can, such as beverage containers, paper bags, clothing, and plastic containers. Recycle. Recycle glass, metal, paper, and plastic. And reject. Reject overpackaged and non-biodegradable products. To learn more about your environment, visit your local library and watch our reports on 1011 News. Remember, it's our environment, and please, handle with care.
We're set to begin the third quarter of action in the Class D2 championship game between the Hampton Hawks in white and the Lawrence Lady Panthers in red. Hampton owns a 3-point lead, 25-22 as we begin the third quarter. And underneath, they pound it into Leah Queering. And it's obvious as we have a foul now on Sharon Stansberry. It's obvious, Dick, what Hampton wants to do is keep pushing that ball inside.
Remember, the 2 post people for Lawrence, Carol Menke and Tanya Jurasic, both in foul trouble with 3 apiece. They spent much of that first half on the bench.
Here comes Lawrence breaking the full court pressure.
And I might add that Jurasic did not start the second half here.
Cassandra Trout did in her place. Here's Menke. She has yet to score in this game and now is fouled by Stacy Gertson. So that is something. Carol Menke, the leading scorer on the season for Lawrence, averages 15 points a game. Carol had 40 points total in the first 2 games, but now she's at the free throw line trying for her first point of this game. And she gets it. Dawn Mazur and Cassandra Trout each had 6 points each for Lawrence in the first half. Tara Schutte had 4. As Menke makes them both. For Hampton in the first half, Leah Quiring had 13. She's now got 15 in the game, and Sharon Stansberry has 5. Stacy Gertson 4. And there is a foul on Dawn Mazur. That will be her second.
There's a good look at a thirsty fan.
I don't think he can handle that whole thing, though. He'll try, though, I'm sure. And if he won't, he'll spill the rest. Here come the Hampton Hawks, leading by 3. Inside, Quiring, partially blocked. Who was it off of? It was off of Hampton. As trying to save it was Kara Clutie. But she touched it last, and now Lawrence will get it back. Here come the Lady Panthers. Dawn Mazur. Out on the floor is Mazur at the other guard. Shot on the way by Clutie, no good. Tip try underneath is good by Cassandra Trout. Cassandra Trout has 8. She's kind of the surprise in this game for Lawrence.
She's really had to step in there with Jurasic and Menke in the foul trouble, and she has picked it up.
Gertson throws it back out top to Stansberry, and there's Menke with the turnover. Carroll will hold it up. Toss off to Tracy Himmelberg. Inside, Cassandra, or Mary Osdick for 2. Mary Osdick scores, so 2 players off the bench have put Lawrence in the lead. Underneath, losing the basketball is Leah Quiring, but it was knocked out of bounds.
So Lawrence forges ahead here. Perhaps the Lady Panthers solving that defense that Carol Trout talked about that Lawrence hadn't seen much this year of, that Hampton showed him in the first half, and there's the turnover.
That's the double dribble. As Sharon Stansberry missed the 3-pointer on the other end, but Dawn Mazur on the fast break couldn't quite keep possession of the basketball, and the Panthers turn it over. Hampton now against the full court pressure of Lawrence. Gertson across the timeline. That's Hitzman underneath. Nice pass to Leah Quiring. She missed it, but underneath was Quiring, and now the shot is good again by Leah. She got the rebound. She and Kara Clutie were playing catch with it underneath.
Quiring already with 17 points, her average 15 for the year, and she's had 15 in each of the first 2 tournament games.
Underneath, Menke has it knocked away. Here comes Stansberry. Sharon, looked like she traveled. Might have got away with one there as Sharon Stansberry scores. She's got 7. What did you think?
Kind of had it in between the layup and jump stop there, and I think she did travel too.
Menke scores and is fouled by Gertson. Carol Menke has her first field goal of the basketball game. Take another look at it. No doubt about that. The foul, nice basket. There's a timeout on the floor. Lawrence trailing Hampton, but just by 1, 31-30. Back with more after this.
When rain comes into view, cool air surrounding, call me rain. The air of quality, cools with efficiency.
When summer heats up your neighborhood, cool down with a call for reliable, high-efficiency air conditioning from Rheem.
Call me Rheem. Cool air of quality. Call me Rheem.
The winning is in the wheel.
I think you're right, Pete.
With America's favorite game show.
Congratulations to Fred.
Wow. Join Pat Sajak and Vanna White for Wheel of Fortune.
Then get ready for major laughs.
Take 1 hardcore Marine, 1 soft-hearted reporter, and 3 spirited kids. That's when the comedy battle begins.
I am taking you on.
Gerald McCraney is Major Dad.
Wheel of Fortune and Major Dad, Monday on 10/11.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, we're in the D2 State Championship with 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Hampton has a 31-30 lead on Lawrence. Here's another look at that last layup or basket attempt by Stansberry. It did look like maybe she took one extra step in there. Traveling was not called, however, and the basket counted.
Carol Menke at the free throw line. She could tie it, and Carol does. She has 5 points all here in the third quarter, and we've only played 3 minutes, so Carol looks like she has gotten that determined look back in her eyes. She sat out much of the first half in foul trouble. Leah Quiring, nice pass underneath, and she hits it. Well, I tell you, Hampton is really working the ball inside very well, and Leah Quiring now has 19 points. The foul was against, I think, Mary Osdick. Yes, and that's her first.
Quiring, just a sophomore.
And she gets her free throw to go down. Leah now has 20 points in the game. Here comes Lawrence the other way. Tara Schutte on the baseline. Tosses it back out. This is Trout. Cassandra Trout has 10. Cassandra, a 5'10 sophomore. Lawrence doing too much reaching right now on defense. Not moving their feet. Ball went out of bounds, but it was off a Lawrence player. So Hampton will keep possession. They get it inside to Quiring, but Leah couldn't hang on.
Well, the scoring in this game for each team, as you see, 4:34 to go in the third period, is being handled by a couple of sophomores. Quiring for Hampton with 20 and Cassandra Trout for Lawrence with 10.
And now Lawrence turns it back over. 34-33. Hampton with a basketball and a 1-point lead here in the D2 championship game. We're in the third quarter. Stansberry from way out misses. And with the rebound, that's Troutman. Here comes Carol Menke running the break underneath to Mazur. Dawn gets it back out. The shot is good by Mary Osdick for two. And now Lawrence is back in front, 35-34. On the bench with 3 fouls is Tanya Jurasic for Lawrence. Quiring inside is fouled. That will be the 4th foul on Carol Menke. Make a mental note of that one with 3:54 to play. And Lawrence leading 35-34. Menke picks up her 4th, the leading scorer and rebounder for the Lawrence Lady Panthers.
Tracy Himmelberg comes into the game for Lawrence as Menke goes to the bench, and Jurasic has not played at all here yet in the second half. She went to the bench with like about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Jurasic has not been back in the game since.
Lee Quiring. Leah has made 7 of 8, make it 8 of 9 free throws. She now has 22 points. More than half of her team's total. On the baseline, Schutte shoots it in. Tara Schutte has 6. And it's 37-36 as the lead seesaws back and forth. Across the timeline is Stansberry. Hitzman almost stolen. Let's see if Hampton tries to get it inside to Quiring again. Stansberry will take the shot on the run. No good. Good rebounding positioning, but Mazur comes away with it. Now it's stolen back by Hitzman. There's Quiring. No, but she's fouled by Mary Osdick. That is her 2nd. I'll tell you the thing that Leah Quiring does so well is when she gets the ball, she turns and goes right to the basket and has seemed to get fouled or makes the shot almost every time.
Very easily could have been another 3-point situation there, but the basket did not go in, so she'll get 2 shots, and she has been at the line a lot today.
Now 9 of 10 is Leah Quiring, a 5'9 sophomore. Remember this name. I have a feeling we'll be hearing a bit from her in the years to come as well as this afternoon. She now has 24 points on the basketball game. The lead back in Hampton's favor. Off the hands of Kara Clutie. So Lawrence will keep possession. Out top, Tracy Himmelberg inside. Trout misses. That's one of the first misses for Cassandra in this second half. Sharon Stansberry. And the Hawks will set it up with 2:30 left in this third quarter. They lead it by 1. Underneath, Queering is fouled. Dawn Mazur picks up her third personal. And Leah Queering will go to the free throw line. She has 24 points in this game.
Well, it's only a 1-point game right now, but you wonder how long some of these Lawrence players will last. They are really in trouble as far as the fouls are concerned.
Leah now 10 of 11. Make it 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Or is it 12 of 13, I believe even. 12 of 13, yeah. And here's Hampton the other way. Stansberry double dribble. "12 of 13 is Leah Queering. She missed her first free throw, Dick, and has made 12 straight.
26 points. Boy, Leah Queering is filling up the score sheet.
40-37. Mazur way outside, no good. Queering with the rebound. Leah gives off, having trouble with it as Hitzman, but Trista gets it under control. Inside of 2 minutes now left in the third quarter. The Hampton Hawks owning a 3-point lead. They led it by 3 at the half. Lawrence had gone in front. Underneath, the shot off the glass, no good. There's Leah. Yes! Leah Queering with 2 more.
She has 28 of the 42 Hampton points.
Underneath, a foul will be called on Trista Hitzman. That's her second. 42-37. Said to make a note with 3:54 when Carol Menke went out. Well, they were ahead 35-34 at that point, Dick. They have been outscored 8-2 since then.
Foul trouble has really been a nemesis for Lawrence in this game.
On the baseline, Mazur, it's good. Dawn gets the shooter's roll. She has 8. Cassandra Trout leads Lawrence with 10 points. She's the only player in double figures.
Joni Serene falls to the court and come back up with a grimace on her face. Looks like she'll be okay, though.
Leah Queering misses, and now a foul on either Leah or Joni Serene.
I think it's going to be on Queering.
Well, if it's on Serene, it would be her 4th.
No, it's on Serene.
And that is her 4th personal foul. She'll go sit at the bench. Take a look at it. As the shot was no good by Leah Queering. Yeah, it looked like she might have gotten in there. It looked like Joni did maybe reach in, and so going to the free throw line will be Dawn Mazur. She's 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Misses there, but coming down to the rebound is Tara Schutte. Inside to Cassandra Trout. Schutte back out to Mazur. They push it inside to Trout. No good, but with the rebound is Osdick. Yes! Mary Osdick has 8, and it's back to a 1-point game, 42-41. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Leah Queering has it knocked out of bounds. I think a lot of people at this point, though, Dick, felt that Lawrence would be way in control. They have not had a game. The closest game was a 12-point victory over Bruning. They've only had 2 games the whole season that have been within 20 points. So Lawrence is known for blowing its opponents out, but not Hampton today. The Hawks hanging tough. In fact, they lead by 2 inside of 10 seconds left. Stansbury to Gertzen, back to Stansbury. They need to get a shot off. It's good! Sharon Stansbury at the end of the third quarter. Her desperation shot goes down, and Hampton has a big 44-41 lead over defending state champion Lawrence in the D2 championship game. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
Your tough truck needs our tough tires. Get Goodyear at Graham Tire Service Centers.
On an average business day at Commercial Federal, 7,000 of our customers have their questions answered by phone. 7,600 customers use our drive-up locations. 2,600 use our telephone banking service. 11,400 visit one of our 50 branch offices. 1,250 bank by mail. And 11,000 use their cash card to bank at an automated teller machine. All told, we serve more than 40,000 customers every day. And we make it our business to please each and every one of them, one customer at a time.
Sally Jesse Raphael Show. You never know what they'll do next.
Sally, she opens your eyes.
Sally Jesse Raphael, weekday mornings at 9 on 10/11.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, ready to go with the fourth and final quarter. Here's a look at that shot at the end of the third period by Sharon Stansbury. She just kind of put it up in desperation and tossed it right in. Each team scored 19 points in the third quarter. Hampton led by 3 at the half, and Hampton leads by 3 now after 3 periods, 44-41 as we start the fourth.
Menke back in the lineup. Her first shot won't go down, and with the rebound is Kara Clutie. They try to get it inside to Queering, and it's taken away. Good defense by Tracy Himmelberg. Tracy brings it up. Tosses it over to Tara Schutte. Schutte will do just that. No good, and with the rebound is Tanya Jurasic. Tanya playing for the first time since the second quarter, but Dawn Mazur can't handle it. Lawrence has gone back to its starting lineup of Mazur and Schutte at the guards, along with Himmelberg. They really play a 3-guard offense. Menke and Jurasic are at the post position. For Hampton, Stansbury and Hitzman are the guards. Kara Clutie is a forward, along with Joni Serene, although Serene is not in right now. Stacy Gertzen is, because Serene has 4 fouls. There's Stacy with the basketball, and Leah Queering, who has 28 points, is inside, and Leah is whistled for a foul, but that will only be her second. Lawrence in the bonus, though, and the Lady Panthers will shoot some free throws.
Both teams in the bonus now. We have mentioned about the Hampton tradition in the boys' state tournament. Well, the Hampton team will be here in the boys' tournament next week, taking on Davenport in the first round of the D2 tournament. And, of course, we will bring you all of the 6 state boys championship games next week as well, 1 week from today.
Shot is long. Who was in the lane too soon, or do we have a foul? Pushing foul on Tara Schutte, I believe, as Dawn Mazur fails to connect on the 1-and-1 opportunity. Amazingly, in that boys tournament, Dick, we have 5 returning state champions back.
Sure is, and those returning champions have been kind of dominant in their classes this year. Wahoo in Class B.
Sutton in C1.
And then Fall City Sacred Heart has moved down to D2 this year. They were the D1 champs last year.
Got a 3-second violation after the missed free throw. So Lawrence will get the basketball. Grant in C2. Grant has had a good season in boys basketball. And, of course, Hampton is the other defending state champion back.
So both Hampton and Falls City Sacred Heart will be in D2 in the boys tournament this year.
Lawrence with a basketball. The Lady Panthers trail it by 3. Mazur gets the shooter's roll, a 2-point goal. Dawn had her foot on the line, only a 2-point goal. Here's a turnover. Tanya Jurasic gets the turnover, and the Lawrence Lady Panthers have a chance to go in front. We are in the fourth quarter. Inside, Menke. Back out, the shot by Himmelberg is no good. Menke hustled the rebound and saves it. Who did it go off of? It went off of the hand of Stacy Gertson, and checking back in will be Joni Serene. Gertson will take a break. The action fast and furious here in the fourth quarter. Good ball game between Lawrence and Hampton. This is the way you like to see it when the state championship is on the line. And it's thrown away. Tracy Himmelberg throws it away.
And all of our state championship games so far have been close, although one game was 10 and the other was 3, but they were not in doubt till the end.
Queering with the rebound. What a tough rebound by Leah Queering, showing her athleticism. Leah, there's a turnover. Serene. No good, and almost picking up her 5th foul was Joni Serene. The Lawrence fans wanted it. Very close. Himmelberg. Her team's down by 3. There's a turnover, but it's right back. Tracy Himmelberg gets it. They'll set it back up. Tara Schutte. They'd like to try to work it in to Menke. Carroll has been silent, but for 5 points in the third quarter. There's Carroll with 2, though. Carroll Menke has 7. We're back to a 1-point game. Hampton still in front. 47, 46, 45. 5 minutes left in the ball game. And there's a turnover as Joni Serene could not handle the pressure. We've got a timeout on the floor. Hampton leads Lawrence, but just by 1 in the D2 championship game. Back with more after this.
See these fine Kubota dealers near you.
Midland Lutheran College is anxious to help get you started on the best years of your life. Midland offers first-rate academic programs specially designed to meet your needs and goals. Excellent faculty who care about your individual growth and success. Abundant internship opportunities and an impressive job placement rate. All this and a stimulating campus life complete with music, theater, intercollegiate sports, and much more, enabling you to discover your talents and reach your potential. Visit Midland Lutheran College today. Let us help you get started on the best years of your life.
Back at the D2 State Girls Championship game, Hampton leading Lawrence 46-45. Hampton led by 3 after the second and third quarters and is clinging to a 1-point lead now.
This is Lawrence with the basketball. The Lady Panthers trying to go in front, but they turn it over on the baseline as Tara Schutte couldn't handle the errant pass. Full court pressure employed by Lawrence. Ooh, dangerous pass there. Here comes Stansberry. Sharon gets it across the timeline, drives the middle. Ooh, just off the rim, no good. Menke has the rebound. Looked like Sharon might have an easy shot, but she threw it up against the rim. And here comes Lawrence again with a chance to take the lead. Mazur, no, she's short. Hitzman the other end. They'll push it up to Stansberry and set it up out top. Clutie. It's taken away. Oh, a near double dribble. Here comes Lawrence again with a chance to take the lead. We're at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Inside, Jurasic. Yes! Tanya Jurasic puts Lawrence back in front. 47-46. The Panthers lead it now. 3:45 left in this basketball game. Left-handed shot is good by Joni Serene. And now it's Hampton back in front. Not a good place to stop, and there's the turnover. Here comes Joni Serene. No! Jump ball. Alternating possession. It will go to Hampton.
And into the game comes Carol, or I should say Cassandra Trout. And Carol Menke, or I should say, yes, Carol Menke goes out along with Tracy Himmelberg for Lawrence.
Menke has 4 fouls in the game. They inbound it to Stansberry.
Mary Osdick is also back in there for the Lady Panthers.
See if they try to get the ball inside to Quiring. They've had trouble getting it to her here in the 4th quarter. Stansberry way out, no good. And the ball's on the floor, and it will go over to Hampton. We've got a timeout on the floor with 3:04 left in this D2 championship game. Hampton leads Lawrence 48-47. We'll be back with the conclusion right after this.
People talk about service. If you're committed to what you're doing, service comes naturally. You know, someone asked me, what's so special about Security Mutual? Yes, we offer great policies, and yes, we've been in Nebraska since 1895. But if I had to pick one thing, I'd say it's the people. The associates at Security Mutual are committed to what they're doing. They truly want to help their clients. That's what sets us apart. That's the service.
Security Mutual Life, serving Nebraska for nearly a century. This spring, when your time really counts, you can depend on Magnum. Magnum, Case International's state-of-the-art all-wheel drive tractor, offers you a roomy, comfortable cab. The performance of a full 18-speed power shift, excellent lugging ability, and fuel economy, improvements you've asked for. And matched with Case International's tillage and planting equipment, Magnum gets the job done. See the hard-working Magnums at your Case International dealer. Case Power and Equipment, Bruna Implement, and Toners Incorporated.
A reminder to our 10-11 viewers that the Big 8 basketball game between Iowa State and Kansas will be joined in progress at the conclusion of this D2 Girls State Championship game.
3-point attempt by Stansberry was off the mark long, and Lawrence comes down with it the other way. This is Mazur. Dawn, strong off the glass, no good. Underneath, the rebound by Cassandra Trout, no good. It's good, though, by Tanya Jurasic. Tanya has 6 in the game, and it's back to a 1-point lead, this time for Lawrence. 49-48. Stansberry against the full court pressure. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this D2 championship between the Lawrence Lady Panthers and the Hampton Hawks. Inside, Joni Serene, no good. And we've got a jump ball. The alternating possession will go over, though, to Lawrence.
Menke comes back into the game for Lawrence. Carol Menke back in there, and Mary Osdick goes to the bench. There's Carol Menke.
Here come the Lawrence Lady Panthers with a 1-point lead. They have not led much in this basketball game. Traveling. The full court pressure bothered Sarah Schutte.
And she'll go out of the game, and Tracy Himmelberg will replace her.
Sharon Stansberry, they go left side. Kara Clutie. There they get it inside to Leah Quiring. Misses the shot, though. That's probably where they want to go, though. Carol Menke has 3-4 fouls. There's Carol on the other end. It's good! Carol Menke with 9 points, and it's now 51-48. And Hampton wants to take timeout. We've got 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this ball game, and the Lawrence Lady Panthers lead it 51-48.
Well, earlier today in Class C2, Oxford defeated Chapel 57-47 to win the championship there. And Battle Creek defeated Sutton 53-50. Battle Creek took the C1 state championship. Now 3 more games are on tap for tonight, and we'll bring you all of them. The Class D1 championship between Potter Dix and Greeley, then the B championship between Blair and Pius, and the A title game between Omaha Marion and Lincoln Southeast. There's Carol Trout and the Lawrence Lady Panthers. And there's the Hampton Hawks with head coach Frank Chapman.
Carol Menke did not score the entire first half, the leading scorer on the Lawrence team, but she has 9 now in the game. A big hoop right there off the glass on the fast break. Nice shot by the 5'10 junior as Lawrence has opened up a 3-point lead. The Lady Panthers undefeated on the season and defending state champions in Class D2. They are in the driver's seat right now, but Hampton has been tough. Stansberry, left side to Clutie. Out top, Hitzman. 1:30 left in the game. As the Lawrence defensive pressure intensifies. There it is to Queering. Nice pass by Stansberry. 2 more for Leah Queering. She has 32 in the game. It's back to a 1-point game.
And Menke just had to let her go that time because she's got 4 fouls.
Inside, it's taken away. Good defense by Stansberry. Sharon Stansberry knocked it away. And now Hampton a chance to take the lead. 1 minute left, 51-50. Lawrence leading, but Hampton has the basketball. There it is inside. Queering, it's taken away. Good defense. Lawrence just collapsed down on her. All 5 of the Lawrence Lady Panthers were surrounding Leah Queering. 40 seconds left. Looks like Stansberry's trying to foul, but Lawrence will take a timeout. 38 seconds left. 51-50 is our score. Lawrence is in front.
Well, I'm not sure that Carol Trout wanted that timeout. Each team has 2 or 3 left here. They have 3 on the board for each team right now, so there's still plenty of timeouts for each team to go here with 38 seconds left in the game, and Lawrence leading by 1 with the ball. Be interesting to see what kind of offense they set up. There's a good close look at Carol Menke, the Lawrence leading scorer coming into the game, but she's been held to 9 points today. Dawn Mazur and Cassandra Trout lead Lawrence with 10 each. For Hampton, Leah Queering with 32 points. She had 15 in the 3rd quarter alone. Scored almost all of the Hampton 19 points in the 3rd quarter did Leah Queering. She had 15 of the 19. 32 points for the game. 62 points so far for the 3 state tournament games for sophomore Leah Queering of Hampton.
Lawrence will inbound the basketball. You see the time in the lower right-hand portion of your screen. Lawrence leads by 1, and there's a foul. I don't know, though, if that's who they want to foul. Carol Menke is 3 of 3 from the free throw line in this game, Dick.
Pretty good all-around ball player, inside, outside, and a good shooter.
Yeah, she's made 8 of 10 free throws in the first game, 8 of 9 yesterday, so she's definitely not the person that Hampton wants to see at the free throw line. But she misses. Underneath, that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Tarasic. That will be her 4th. If it is on Tarasic, on the rebound, as Menke misses the foul shot.
So we'll go to the other end for 1 and 1. And it'll be
Leah Queering. She has made 12 free throws in a row. I know I'll probably jinx her. She missed her first free throw today, but has made 12 straight. And I believe Coach Carol Trout took the timeout. He wants to ice her. Leah Queering, only a sophomore. What a story this is. 32 points in this basketball game.
Yeah, and talk about somebody you don't want at the free throw line. If you're Lawrence right now, Leah Queering has been money in the bank so far.
And in fact, looking up in the record book, that is a single game record for 1 game in Class D2. Christine Johnson of Potter in 1987 scored 31 points in a single game. So Leah Queering, only a sophomore, has set a D2 record in this basketball game, but I'm sure she's not thinking about that at all right now.
She would also have the D2 record for state tournament points because she has 62 points now in the tournament, and the D2 record previously had been 59 by Joan Lidgett of Chambers last year. So Leah Quiring has the single game and state tournament 3-game record for Class D2 right now, and she's at the free throw line to try to add some more.
Her team trails by 1 point with 32 seconds left. Leah Quiring. Yes, nothing but net.
She has the record. The D2 record for free throws, too, was 10, so she's passed that up.
13 in a row, and the game is tied. She makes them both, and now Hampton is in front by 1, 52-51, 30 seconds left. Lawrence will try to pound it inside. The shot by Trout is good! Cassandra Trout puts Lawrence in front with 20 seconds left. 53-52. Let's see if Hampton will try to get a timeout. 10 seconds. They get it into Leah Quiring. She's got it! 5 seconds left. Leah Quiring. There's Menke. Lawrence will lose, and Hampton wins the Class D2 state championship with a thrilling 54-53 win over the Lawrence Lady Panthers. The woman of the hour, Leah Quiring, a 5'9" sophomore. She had 36 points in this basketball game. Leah hit 2 free throws with 30 seconds left to put her team in front. On the other end, a big basket by Cassandra Trout for Lawrence, also just a sophomore. But then they get it inside, and boy, Leah was just not to be denied.
I looked at the clock just as she shot it. There were 8 seconds on the clock when she made the basket. I kind of thought that Lawrence would probably try to call timeout there, but they didn't, and didn't get the ball up court. And the Hampton Hawks pull it out. The first time ever at the state tournament, Hampton wins the D2 girls state title 54-53. Lawrence, in the state finals for the third time in the last 4 years, is denied. Hampton wins it, finishes with a record of 24-1, the first loss this season for the defending champion, #1 rated Lawrence Lady Panthers, who finished 21-1. And we'll be back with the medal presentations and more after this.
What farming teaches you can't be duplicated. We understand this because at NC Plus we've never left the farm. The decisions we make on what hybrids to research, test, and market come from people who are as close to the land as you are. So if you're looking for corn that'll give you an edge at harvest, try some NC Plus this spring. You'll get high-quality seed at a fair price. Just what you'd expect from America's down-to-earth seed company, NC Plus.
Chevy's ads say they're winning in Ford County, Illinois. Cute idea. Fact is, Ford sold more trucks than Chevy in Ford County, Illinois, Ford County, Kansas, Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, and Chevy Chase, Maryland. In fact, Ford outsold Chevy all over America in 1989. And Chevy keeps saying they're winning? Winning what?
The best-built, best-selling American trucks are built Ford Tough.
With a series of reports, 1011 urges you to handle our environment with care. Did you know that a leaky faucet that drips once each second will waste 10 gallons of water a day? That adds up to over 300 gallons of water a month per household. I'm Deb Collins. Become aware of how fragile our environment is. Visit your local library and watch our reports on 1011 News. This is our environment. Please handle with care.
The Hampton Hawks have won the Class D2 state championship with a 54-53 win over the Lawrence Lady Panthers, the defending champions. Hampton with 36 points from Leah Quiring, but none bigger than these two, which came with 8 seconds to go in the game. Hampton had been down by 1. Queering puts it up and through the nets with 8 seconds to go, and the clock ran out on Lawrence with Hampton ahead by 1.
A very determined effort there by Leah Queering. She just was not to be denied. What an afternoon. Really a big upset here in D2. I don't think a lot of people thought that Hampton would be able to hang with Lawrence. Lawrence has just been pounding everybody this season, but the Hawks have done it, and they've won the D2 state championship.
Running down the scoring for Lawrence, away with 12. She had a big one toward the end there, too. Dawn Mazur had 10. Carol Menke, 9. Tanya Jurasic, 6. Mary Osdick, 8. And Tara Schutte, 6. 2 for Tracy Himmelberg. That accounts for the Lawrence 53. For Hampton, Leah Queering, 36 points. 9 for Sharon Stansberry. 4 for Joni Serene. 4 for Stacy Gertson. And 1 for Kara Clutie. That accounts for the Hampton 54. Now, we will not be able to stay on for the entire medal presentation and trophy presentation for you 10-11 viewers anyway, because we're going to be joining the Iowa State-Kansas Big 8 Raycom basketball broadcast. We will, however, have interviews with the winning players and the winning Hampton Hawk coach Frank Chapman to be presented during our coverage tonight between the Class A and B state championship telecast tonight. So we'll have the D2 winners interviews tonight, and we'll show you some of the footage then of the medal and trophy presentation. But for you 10-11 viewers, we will not stay on live with that now, as the Raycom telecast of the Iowa State-Kansas game is coming up. So the Lawrence Lady Panthers are handed their first loss of the year. 21-1, the Panthers finish it. At halftime, Hampton led it 25-22. Hampton led it by 3 after 3 quarters. But then Lawrence forged ahead. It seesawed back and forth. It was tied 5 times. And finally at the end, Leah Queering with a basket with 8 seconds to go, 2 of her 36 D2 state record points to win it for Hampton.
And I'll tell you, Dick, a huge statistic in this game. Hampton made 20 of 23 free throws. That's 87%. Unbelievable. Just 5 of 10 for Lawrence for 50%. So even though Lawrence made 7 more field goals than Hampton, the big difference at the free throw line, and especially the big difference Leah Queering is what was it? She made 14 free throws in a row. Made 14 of 15 free throws in the game.
So state tournament records for Class D2 for Leah Queering. She surpassed the single game state record. Here's Sharon Stansberry getting her medal. It looks like we are going to be able to stay on for a while here and show the medal presentations to the Hampton Hawks, as the Raycom telecast of the Iowa State-Kansas game is still not quite ready to join. But Queering had 36 points. That's a D2 state tournament record. However, the overall state record is 45, set by Cindy Hayes of Osceola in 87. She had the most D2 points in a tournament, did Leah Queering, as she had 66. That passes up the old record of 59 for the 3 games of the tournament, and she had the free throw 1-game tournament record. That had been 10.
And there you see the state championship trophy in Class D2 going to Hampton Hawks as they win a state championship and get something to brag about with the guys. In the final statistics, Hampton was 17 of 51 in field goals to 24 of 48 for Lawrence, so they didn't shoot as well from the field, but the free throw percentage, a big key, 20 of 23, 87% for the Hampton Hawks at the free throw line. Rebounds, Lawrence had a 10 rebound advantage at 33 to 23, but Lawrence turned the ball over 6 more times, 25 to 19, and you know, you hate to see a team lose in a close game like that, but Lawrence has had its day in the sun, and it's kind of nice to see, I think, Hampton up on top, the first time they've ever been in the state championship, and an excellent basketball game. Both teams can hold their heads high.
Hampton wins at 54-53. Now, the Nebraska basketball team is playing at Kansas State this afternoon. That game is not part of the Raycom package. It's not being televised today by Raycom. However, the Iowa State-Kansas game is, and we will have the telecast of that on channels 10, 11 when we can join it, just as soon as they are ready to be joined. And then, of course, tonight we have 3 more state championship games to come your way.
Boy, and it looks like some real good ones. In D1 at 5 o'clock, Potter Dix, 23-0 on the season. against Greeley, 22-0. Two very dominant teams. It'll be interesting to see where the strength may lie in that one. In Class B, a rematch of last year's state championship game between Blair and Lincoln Pius X. Pius has finished second at state 2 years in a row in girls basketball and boys as well. And I think the Bolts feel that this year they can win it. They have the team to win it in the Class B girls. That game will be at 7 o'clock. And then the finale in Class A, Omaha Marion and Lincoln Southeast. Powers in Class A. We've had 3 excellent basketball games this afternoon. It seems like the girls tournament, we always have exciting games, and the brand of basketball does keep improving year in and year out, and this was an excellent game.
Very similar scores, too. In Class C2, it was Oxford 57, Chapel 47. In Class C1, it was Battle Creek 53, Sutton 50. And in Class D2, it was Hampton 54 and Lawrence 53 in the game just completed. Well, again, for you 10-11 viewers, we will be joining the Iowa State-Kansas Big 8 Raycom broadcast just as soon as we can. The Class D2 Girls Championship game is complete, though, and Hampton has won at 54-53. We'll be back with more from the Devaney Sports Center. But right now, let's take this timeout.
When your father and I were married, sex was a very different.
I can tell by looking at her what she's gonna say.
We dated for a while before he even had the nerve to kiss me.
They went to a soda fountain and shared a straw. Oh, true love.
You know, to my mind, you kids have so much more to deal with than we ever even had to think about.
So much for the intro. Here comes the good stuff.
Sex is a natural thing between two people who love each other.
Fast forward through pregnancy and nice young men.
A young man who will respect you and who will...
Fast forward through marriage and babies.
To become a happy and joyous mother.
And now for the closing remarks.
AIDS is one of them.
Whoa.
There are risks in becoming sexually active. AIDS is one of them. Teresa, let's start at the beginning. HIV is the name of the virus that causes AIDS.
We can help you talk about AIDS. Call for a guide.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, the Class D2 state championship goes to Hampton with a 54-53 win over Lawrence. 36 points for Leah Quiring, the 5'9" sophomore who had the winning basket with just 8 seconds to go in the game. Her team had been down by 1. Cassandra Trout had made a big basket for Lawrence to put the Lady Panthers up, but then Hampton brought it down and got it inside to Quiring, who was able to score the winning bucket and set some D2 state tournament records along the way. We're still not quite ready to join the Raycom telecast of the Iowa State-Kansas game for you 10-11 viewers, so as long as we're still here, we're going to see if we can get the Hampton coach, Frank Chapman, and perhaps Leah Quiring, and talk to them about the finish to this big game. We will also have interviews with these Hampton players and coaches between the A and B games tonight during our coverage this evening here from the Devaney Sports Center. Hampton wins it 53, or make that 54-53. Hampton wins. The only Hampton loss this year to Shickley, and for Lawrence, this was the first loss of the season for the defending top-ranked Lady Panthers. Jeff Schmall is standing by now with winning coach Frank Chapman. Jeff?
Well, Frank, that was a piece of cake today, wasn't it?
Wasn't that just the way it ought to be? Gee, many Christmas. No piece of cake. Oh, the girls played well, kept their poise most of the time. Leah had a great game. Everybody did.
Leah made 14 free throws in a row after missing her first one.
Is that right? She's done that in practice, never in a game before, though. She's made 20 or 30 in a row in practice, but she's only shooting about 51 or 52% for the season. But she works on it all the time. Her dad makes her work on it, too.
I think we're going to go back and check the eligibility. You sure she's only a sophomore?
She's only a sophomore. Really a good athlete. Plays with a lot of poise.
I know a lot of people didn't give your team a huge chance against Lawrence. They've been so dominant. You have to be really proud with the effort and the way they played.
It's been 4 years of struggle for the seniors. You know, they 2 and 14 when they were freshmen, and now they're state champions when they're seniors. But they've talked about it, believe me, and they've worked to get there. A lot of shooting in the summer and a lot of team camps to go to.
Okay, let's bring in a couple of your girls. Congratulations, Frank. Leah, why don't you come on in here? That was a pretty good game, I think, wasn't it?
I tried my best. That's all I can say.
Tell me, did you know you made 14 free throws in a row? Your coach says you're only a 51% free throw shooter.
I can't shoot free throws. I don't know what happened.
You don't know what happened?
I don't know.
Did you seem like, I know sometimes we talk about athletes being in a zone. Did you almost feel like you were in a zone where the concentration level was just maybe the best you've ever had? Or?
Yeah, I just concentrated on the basket the whole time until I got the ball and I just shot it. I just shot it.
Well, congratulations. You got something to show the boys now, don't you?
Yes, that's a definite plus.
Okay, let's bring in Sharon Stansberry. And Sharon, congratulations. A couple of you others, come on in, Joni, and we'll bring in Trista too. And congratulations first. This is a great, thrilling victory. Something I know you guys will always remember.
Yeah, definitely. We've been wanting this since we were freshmen, and we finally got it. So.
And to you seniors, it must mean a lot on the squad, doesn't it?
Yeah, since this is the first time we made it to state, we decided we'd do it all the way. Yeah.
Now, were you feeling the pressure there the last minute of that ball game? I mean, there was some real intense stuff going on out there.
Yeah, we just didn't want to foul anybody. Just play it good defense and then try getting a steal and then get it inside and get a point. It was great.
I know you dream about winning a state championship. Trista, was it what you dreamed it would be?
And more.
Definitely and more. Yeah.
Is this better than watching the boys win?
Oh,
yes, definitely. We'll be back next week, though.
We'll be back next week.
It's kind of nice to be part of it. Yeah.
Now, you think the boys are going to be playing here as well?
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Okay, well, boy, this is great. Hampton, a lot to be proud of, and an excellent basketball game. You got to give a lot of credit to Lawrence, I think, as well.
Yes, they're a good team. They really are.
What about Leah? This was the game of her life, wasn't
She's
it?
great. She is so great.
She's great to work with, definitely.
Could you believe it? Did she just? This is the best game she's ever played, isn't it?
I knew she was going to be
With
good.
the free throws anyway, definitely the best she's ever played.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations as Hampton wins the D2 championship. You gave us a good game. We enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back over to Dick as the Hampton girls are very happy over their victory over Lawrence in the D2 championship.
3 state champions are in the books. Hampton in Class D2, Battle Creek in Class C1, and Oxford in Class C2.